Vincent, are you going to be late coming home again today? Pippa's complaining that she's pretty hungry. Is it okay with you if we go ahead and start dinner without you?
Sorry, I should have let you know. I'm gonna have to put in some overtime again today. I'll be home pretty late.
I gotcha. Next time, maybe let me know a little sooner, okay? You never let me know when you're running late. I always have to ask you. I'd appreciate a heads up in the future.
Work's got me really busy. You know how it is.
It seems like they've really piled it on you lately. Are you going to be okay for next Saturday? You promised to take Pippa to the amusement park, you remember, right?
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. As long as nothing unusual comes up at work, it shouldn't be a problem. But if there's an emergency, I'll have to come in.
What? Why would you have to go in? Now you've got me worried. Don't say something like that unless you mean it. She's really looking forward to it. She's been talking about it nonstop. Don't break your promise. She'll be so upset.
Work is work. I can't help it. If I have to do something, I have to do it.
I know. But lately you barely play with her. You aren't spending time with her at all. She's going to start elementary school next year. She'll probably want to spend her weekends playing with her friends too. You're going to run out of time with her before long. Don't you think you ought to prioritize being with her while you can?
I understand that. But I also need you to understand that when I say I'm busy with work, I really am busy. If I don't work, how would you two be able to get by? You've been able to stay at home with her because of my job.
Of course I know that. But lately, even on the days you get home on time, you just eat, shower, and head straight to bed. I wish you would make an effort to spend a little more time with Pippa, even if it's just a few minutes every night. Read her a story or something. She misses you. I know it isn't easy for you, but I think it's important.
That's why I promised to take her to the amusement park. I'm doing my best.
Just keep in mind that if you break your promise, she's going to be really heartbroken.
Yeah, but if I get called into work, you can always take her, can't you, Phoebe? That way she still gets to go and I won't have broken my promise. It'll be fine.
You want me to take her? Just the two of us? She's excited to go as a family. She wants all three of us there.
I know that, but I'm sure she'd rather just go the two of you than not go at all.
Yeah, I guess. She'd really rather go with you, though. She has her heart set on riding some of the rides with you and getting your pictures made with some of the characters, too. Don't forget, I still got my part-time job, too. I wish you would help me look after her on the weekends at least. It would mean a lot to me, and I could really use your help. I haven't been able to do anything by myself or with my friends for half a year now. That's a long time to go without a break. I get invited out, but I can't go. I even had one of my old friends from back home in town, and I couldn't go out to meet her at all.
I didn't know about that. You should have gone anyway. You could just bring Pippa with you. It would have been fine.
It's not the same. It would have been refreshing to go out and feel like a grown-up for once. When you have a child with you, you still have to keep an eye on them the entire time and be careful what you talk about. Besides, sometimes I just want to take a little break.
Why don't you ask your mom to watch her sometimes? She loves spending time with her. I'm sure she would do it no problem.
My mom works. She isn't free anytime I need her. She has her own schedule and responsibilities.
I also have a lot of friends I'm trying to keep up with. It isn't easy. It's kind of our busy season right now, but I can watch her for you sometimes when things lighten up. How does that sound?
I feel like you're just saying that because you're always going to be busy. It's easy to make a promise when you know you don't have to keep it. But right now, all I care about is if you keep your promise to Pippa. If you take her to the amusement park, we're good. I'm not the important one here. She is. Put her first. That's all I ask.
I told you I will. Don't worry about it. I'll work really hard till then and keep an eye on our schedule. That way I can be sure to have the day free for her.
Please do. Good luck getting your work finished tonight. I'm going to put your dinner in the fridge. You can warm it up when you get home. Vincent, Pippa's been taken in an ambulance. Please come to the hospital right now.
What? An ambulance? She just had a fever, didn't she? What happened?
It went up to 105 degrees. She lost consciousness and collapsed. I couldn't wake her up. I didn't know what else to do, so I called 911. They sent an ambulance for her. She's too little to have a fever like that. Ugh. We're at the hospital right now. I'm so worried. I don't know what to do.
If you're at the hospital, then there's nothing to worry about. Just take a deep breath. It'll be fine.
Are you serious? Your daughter has a high fever. She passed out and had to be taken to the hospital in an ambulance. How can you sound so calm? Aren't you worried at all?
Of course I'm worried, but I'm in the middle of work right now. I've got a lot on my plate and I need to focus.
It's the weekend.
I told you this morning I have to work today. We've been slammed and I needed to come home to take care of a few things. Did you think I was lying to you?
I didn't say you were lying, but I know that you've been carrying your regular clothes with you when you go to work on the weekends lately. You wear your suit in, but you have casual stuff in your bag. I do your laundry. I couldn't help but notice. Did you think I wouldn't?
Sometimes when I go in on the weekends, I only have a little bit left to do, so I get done early. I just go out when I finish, that's all. It helps me clear my mind.
Even though I've been asking you to come home early, you'd rather be out than spend time with Pippa and me?
I've told you, I need to let off a little steam sometimes. I get stressed out at work. It helps me to go out a little bit. That way, I'm in a good mood when I come home.
Well, in that case, when you get off work, come straight to the hospital. I'll send you the address.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know how to tell you this. So, I guess I'll just say it. I actually have a business trip that just came up. I'll be gone for the next 3 days.
What? A business trip? Now?
It's sudden, but I have to go. I don't have a choice. I know it's not ideal. I'll be back in a few days. It's not that long.
But you were supposed to take Pippa to the amusement park today. You had plans. Why can't you ever say no at work? You should be able to tell them you can't every once in a while. You said you'd make sure you had the day off. You promised. And even more important, your daughter is in the hospital right now. How can you leave at a time like this?
I can't say no when my boss gives me an order. It's just part of the job. Besides, she couldn't have gone today anyway. She's sick. In the end, it's all right. She'll never know I couldn't take her because I had to work.
You think it's all right? Pippa's really sick right now. She's suffering. How can you just say everything's all right?
It's just a fever. It'll come down with a little time. And she's at the hospital. She's gonna be just fine. You're overreacting. You need to calm down, honestly.
But aren't you even a little bit worried about her? What's wrong with you?
I can be worried about her and still have to do my job. How do you think we have a health insurance so she can go to the hospital? It's because I work.
Fine. I read you loud and clear. I won't count on you anymore.
Why are you gonna be like that? It's just a fever. You don't have to go crazy about it. You're overreacting. It isn't that big of a deal.
I'm overreacting? Our child passed out. I couldn't wake her up. How am I overreacting?
Oh, you're exaggerating. You need to take it down a notch. Don't get hysterical. You'll bother the doctors. Just let them do their job and everything will be fine. You'll see. I'm about to leave on my business trip. Don't bother me with any pointless messages, okay? Only reach out if it's important. I'm gonna turn off my regular phone and just leave my work phone on.
You don't want me to give you any updates on how Pippa is doing? She's gonna be checked into the hospital. They want to keep her.
And they'll help her get better fast. That's what the hospital does. They take care of sick people. Even if I were to come there, there's nothing I could do to help her. I feel better letting them just do their job.
I see. If you don't think you'd regret it, then fine. Go ahead.
Regret it? What are you even talking about? Knock it off already. If you want to spend more time at home, then you better work on your attitude. You won't leave me alone. You're making me not want to come home. Didn't you listen to a single thing I told you? How many times did you call or text me? I have so many missed calls, it's ridiculous. I told you I was going to be cutting my phone off.
You don't know yet?
I don't know what. Is it about Pippa? Is she okay? I'm on my way home now. She's out of the hospital by now, right? Are you guys at home right now?
I'm at the funeral right now. I'll talk to you afterwards.
What? A funeral? Oh, what funeral? Wait, Pippa? Oh my god.
No, not Pippa. Your boss's mother passed away.
Really?
Didn't you say you had your work phone on? Your coworker said they reached out to let you know. They said they tried calling the phone that the company gave you, but you didn't answer. That's why they called the house. They couldn't get you on your work phone, so they called me.
Oh, wow, okay. I don't know what to say. I had no idea.
You already know, don't you?
I already know what.
You know what I'm going to say to you.
Huh? What do you mean?
You don't have to lie anymore. There's no need. I know you didn't go on a business trip. Your coworkers told me there was no business trip this weekend. No one went on one. Your boss even told me that you took some of your vacation time. You didn't even go to work at all.
I'm sorry. I needed to get out for a little while. I wanted to take a trip by myself for a few days. I have been so stressed at work lately that I needed to clear my head.
That's also a lie, isn't it? Just be honest with me for once. I know you didn't go by yourself.
What are you saying? Of course I went by myself, honestly.
I've been suspicious you were having an affair for a while. That's why I told you I knew about the extra clothes you were taking with you to work. I was trying to give you a chance to get yourself together. Things have really changed around here. It's completely different than it used to be. If you were ever home, you might have actually noticed.
No, it's not like that. I really am just really busy at work. I know you probably won't believe me after I lied about the trip. I get that. But honestly, I am not having an affair. I promise.
You know, your work laptop? You left it at home. I felt bad about snooping, but I took a little look around since it was there.
What? That's not my computer. It belongs to the company. You shouldn't just look around in it like that. I could get into big trouble at work.
Then you shouldn't put the password on our sticker at the bottom of the screen. What is wrong with you? Surely you're smarter than that. Anyway, what matters is that you've got your Messenger app on the laptop.
Did you look at it?
I looked at it, and I took some screenshots, and I saved the pictures too. There was plenty to see, after all. It looks like you and your little girlfriend were really looking forward to your trip to the beach. You're such an idiot.
I'm sorry, but it's just for fun. It isn't serious. I promise, she doesn't mean anything to me at all. It's just something stupid. A one-time thing.
That's funny, because it seems like you think having a little fun with her is more important than going to see your daughter in the hospital. Give me a break. I want a divorce. When you come home, you can go ahead and start the paperwork. Call your lawyer, do whatever you need to do. I've already called mine.
Phoebe, I am so sorry. Can we meet? I want to talk to you again. I mean, just the two of us. No lawyers, just a husband and his wife. Oh, won't you come home? And bring Pippa with you, please. Just this once. I want to see you both.
If I do, then I'm only coming to talk to you about the things we need to cover. I won't be bringing Pippa. She doesn't need to hear any of that. We can talk about alimony and child support, and we can talk about the divorce. We can also talk about custody. I expect to receive full custody. Once you've done that for me, we won't have any problems. I want the agreement in writing. Although we both know I'll get custody even if you don't want to cooperate. I have plenty of evidence to back me up. No judge is going to side with the dad that couldn't even bother to visit his sick daughter because he'd rather be running around with some floozy.
That's why I want to talk to you. I hope you'll reconsider the divorce. Even after everything that's happened, don't you think this is all moving really fast?
I've been aware of the affair for a long time, Vincent. I've had time to think about it. And more importantly, I've talked to you about how you were treating Pippa. I told you, over and over again. I wanted to believe in you. I really did. It's the only reason I kept trying. You don't have a right to tell me it's moving too fast after you stabbed me in the back. You betrayed me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please, forgive me.
It's been 2 weeks since I told you I wanted a divorce. I thought about it plenty. No matter how I look at it, it doesn't change how I feel.
It's only been 2 weeks. That isn't very long at all. Please, just give me more time to show you how much you mean to me.
You dug your own grave long before now. The way you behaved, the way you spoke to me, everything you were doing made this decision for me. I didn't decide this in the heat of the moment or in a moment of anger. I'm clear-headed as can be. I know exactly what I'm doing.
But I told you she didn't mean anything to me. I never really cared about her. It wasn't going anywhere.
Oh, I'm sure. I know she's married, too, after all. But isn't that just great for you? Now she's getting a divorce, too. She's gonna be single. You don't have to worry about running around behind anyone's back anymore. You can just date her. Lucky you.
I don't want to get divorced. And I don't want to date her. I'm not going to, no matter what happens. I want to be with you.
Oh, are you suddenly worried about what other people are going to think? Is it because she's one of your business partners?
No, that has nothing to do with it. It's you. I don't want to lose you or Pippa.
You're the one who left us. You've been spending all your free time away from us. You have some nerve saying something like that to me.
I know what I did was truly unforgivable. I understand that. But I really do love you, Phoebe, and I love Pippa too. I can't imagine my life without you in it. I don't want to get a divorce. How can I prove that to you?
You love Pippa and I? Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot. I don't want to hear it from you. You're the one that put a trip with your little girlfriend ahead of us. You weren't even worried about Pippa when she was in the hospital. You left for a trip with that woman instead of coming to the hospital to be with us. Explain that to me. What about that is loving us?
I believed she was going to be okay. I really did. I would have never left her if I thought there was anything to seriously worry about.
I cannot believe you or anything you say ever again. It's going to be hard for me. I loved you. I'm going to miss you, and it's going to hurt to lose that. But that's better than staying with you. I had always thought I could stand anything as long as you took good care of Pippa and made her feel loved. If you had actually put your daughter first and truly cared about her, we wouldn't be getting a divorce right now. But you betrayed us both. You betrayed everything.
Oh, Phoebe, I'm sorry. From now on, I promise to always prioritize my family above everything else. I'll always put Pippa first. You'll see that. I'll come home early and spend every weekend with the two of you. And I'll treat you right. I'll make sure you know how important you are to me.
You've shown me you're the kind of person that can lie to your family without batting an eye. You can stab me in the back with a smile on your face. You're the kind of man that will put his mistress ahead of his daughter. I've seen you do it time and time again. There's no way I could ever forgive you. I can't imagine getting back together with you. It's over.
Please, I am asking you. I'll do anything you want. Please, you've got to forgive me. Don't throw everything we had away on one affair. It was such a stupid mistake.
Maybe to you, it feels like just one time. But to me and Pippa, it's many, many times. Every time you picked her over us, that's one more time. Every single time you said you didn't have time to play with Pippa, every single time you broke a promise to her. It may have been one woman to you, but it's a stack of lies and betrayals to us.
I am sorry. I am truly, deeply sorry. I don't want to get a divorce. I don't. Please, come home.
I think you'd be happy. The house is quiet now. You don't have to worry about me nagging and exaggerating anymore. Didn't you say you didn't want to come back home anymore because I was there?
That's not what I meant. I didn't really feel that way. I was just speaking out of anger. I got frustrated. I am sorry.
I think that people usually say what they really mean when they get angry. All the fluff and hesitation is gone. You get right to the heart of the matter. Pippa and I are never going to set foot in that house again. You can go ahead and relax and enjoy your time alone. I'm happy for you. You finally have a nice, quiet house you'll feel good coming home to. The divorce was a really messy one. It was difficult on me, but my parents and in-laws both understood the situation. They both encouraged my husband to stop fighting it. Eventually, we were able to come to an agreement and finalize everything. Since he was having an affair with one of his business partners, there were some serious problems at work for Vincent. From what I understood, he was demoted. That came with a serious pay cut as well, and I hear he was required to transfer to a different department entirely. My ex has to pay child support each month, so he isn't able to quit his job. I've also heard that his mistress ended up getting a divorce as well. I hear that she ended up moving back in with her family because she didn't have anywhere else to go. Just like my husband said, the affair didn't really mean anything to either one of them. They didn't try to date each other after both the divorces were finalized. I wonder if they had known how things would end, if they would have had the affair after all. I doubt they ever imagined they both would end up alone and losing everything. Honestly, as long as my ex-husband continues to pay his child support, I don't really care what happens to him. When I really think about what has happened, only one thing is important to me. I want my daughter to be proud and to never feel ashamed. I want her to have a good life. I decided that the best thing for us was to move in with my parents and raise my daughter in their home. She'll be loved and have everything she needs that way. When I told my boss at my part-time job that I was getting a divorce and wanted to quit my job, he told me they were actually looking to add some full-time employees. Starting next month, I'm going to be working full-time. I'm lucky that they're going to give me some flexibility in my schedule. The location I was working at is a little bit far from my parents' house, and it was going to eat up a lot of my time commuting there and back every day. I've decided to go ahead and move closer to my job until my daughter starts school in the fall. I think the next 10 years of my life are going to be extremely busy. But I'm lucky. My parents and my former in-laws are wonderful people and have offered to help me. They're going to take care of Pippa when I need to work and make sure we both have everything we need. I know that from now on, Pippa will be living without her father. I want things to be better for her now, and I want to make up for what she will miss. My ex-husband broke a lot of the promises she had made to our daughter. I don't want that to be the memory she focuses on. I'm putting my daughter's feelings first. Her happiness is my greatest priority, and I'm going to make sure she feels all the love that surrounds her. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button for more great content.